In this video, I'm going to give you 5 things you should expect after delivery. If you're a new mom, new dad, new parent, young girl, whoever you are, and you just want to know what postpartum is after delivery, even the pregnancy stage, I just advise you to watch to the end of this video. And at the end of the video, I have one additional bonus tip to give you. Stay tuned to the end of the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Chibugwu. I am a mom and a mother of a 4-month-old baby girl. I just gave birth this year and I experienced a lot of things that I was not aware of, and I wonder why people don't talk about it. So I decided to come here and share my experience so people can learn from me and get like they say that you learn from experience. It doesn't have to be your own experience. You can learn from my own experience, and I'm willing to share. Here when I gave birth, there's so many things I started experiencing right from the labor room that I knew I had no idea about, and I just chose 5 important ones which I know that every mother might or in a way experience. If you hear any noise, just know it's the baby in the background. First thing I experienced that was a shock to me is episiotomy. Episiotomy stroke bleeding. Bleeding was not a shock to me. I already knew I was going to bleed. Everybody always said it. You were going to bleed. Though all those months you were not seeing your period, you're going to bleed so much after the delivery, and also I already prepared my mindset for that, for the bleeding and all. But the episiotomy is the one that shocked me. I'm not even proud to say it as a medical student. It's something that I felt I was supposed to know, but I didn't know it. So that is why I'm here to share it to you. Yours might not be episiotomy. Yours, you might not even have episiotomy, but I didn't even know I was going to have it. Yours might be CS, that's cesarean section. You might be healing from cesarean section, but episiotomy is quite different. Episiotomy is a tear that they give you during birth to help you to open your vagina. In my own case, when I was in labor, the nurse that was attending to me said my cervix is too small and that she can see my baby's head, but my baby cannot come out because my vagina was too small for her to pass through. So they had to give me a cut, a tear by the side. I've heard some people have a natural tear. They don't need to tear the baby tears their vagina, and I don't think it's good. I prefer the episiotomy because at least the person that is attending to you, the doctor or the nurse, is tearing in a straight line which can easily be stitched. But if the baby tears you, it's I don't think it's a very good thing. It can be stitched also, but I feel like it's going to be more difficult because it's not a straight line anymore. It just tears you the way it can. So yeah, I had episiotomy, and after my baby had come out, because I felt like, oh, I just told God in my head that if my baby should come out, I'll be so happy. Like that will be the end of the whole pregnancy and all. I didn't know I just started. So the baby came out, I was happy. Though they taught me in the process of the delivery, it was very painful. I will not lie to you, it was painful, coupled with the contractions I was already having. So after the whole thing, after my placenta was out, my baby even left the labor room before me. They started the stitching. Even though they put local anesthesia, it was I still felt some pain, and the pain got worse after the whole stitching. Like I was scared to even urinate or to poo even after the stitching because I was scared of the pain I was going to feel. So it wasn't easy for me. After the whole delivery, I was like, what the hell? Is this what a woman has to go through just to bring a child to this world? So going forward, when I came back home from the hospital, trying to care for my baby, in the process, I don't know what happened. I did not press hot water or anything. My stitches stopped. My stitches losing. Please, my baby in the background. My stitches loosened, and it wasn't funny. Even though my sister was there to help me, my mom was there. There's something we call omugo in Nigeria, where your mother comes to help you out after you give birth. So my mom was around, my sister was around, but I still had to be waking up every minute to breastfeed my baby. I don't know what tore, but my stitches tore, and it was very painful. I could not walk normally. It was as in the if I'm walking, it's the pain. I don't know how to explain it, but it was painful. Just imagine when you have a deep wound in your vagina and it's in the two sides. So it was painful for me, and I had to go back to my doctor, the consultant, and I told him what happened. They checked it and they were like, they can't do anything to it right now. Then he recommended that I go do seat baits. Seat baits is, oh my god, I really hope you can hear me, because my baby is really making a lot of noise right now. So they recommended me to go do seat baits, and he said I get a bowl of lukewarm water, I put salt and vinegar inside, then I sit down on it 20 minutes day and night before I take my bath. So I did that for 2 weeks. First of all, it reduced the pain drastically. Like, it was really helpful, and it's fasting the healing. So by the time I did the seat baits, everything went back to, like, it healed fast. I wasn't really feeling that pain anymore, and then that was it. It took like 1 month for the whole thing to heal and close up totally. Nobody told me, like, I don't know, I knew that I was going to have sleep deprivation, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad, because I was like, Jesus Christ. You know when you want to sleep but you can't sleep because a small human being. Sometimes I look at her, I'm like, did I really give birth to you? So yeah, I experienced sleep deprivation, and it didn't even start maybe after 1 week. It started from the hospital. Yeah, I didn't even sleep well in the hospital after giving birth to my baby. From the second night, this girl refused to sleep at night. The annoying part is that if you carry her on your body, she's sleeping. By the time you drop her in her cot, she wakes up. I'm like, God, how am I going to? I couldn't sleep. The only time she sleeps is like from maybe 4 a.m. to 3 a.m. and that's when I have time to sleep. So by the time you see me waking up late in the night, you'll be like, this girl sleeps too much. You don't know what I went through the night before. So it wasn't funny because it started in the hospital, and the first night when I came back home was a disaster. I did not sleep till around 5 a.m. I had sleep deprivation right from the first week after delivery, and this continued for like 2 months plus. The first 3 months was hell for me. I couldn't sleep. Even till now, I don't sleep well, especially in the afternoons, because in the beginning, when you first give birth to your baby comes into the world. She doesn't know the difference between night and day. So in the afternoon, she sleeps like a baby in the afternoon, and is awake like an adult in the night, which is absolutely wrong. Like, how do they do these things? Like, what I had to do, I started going through TikTok. So I saw where they said, when you wake up in the morning, take your baby outside, like take her outside and let her see that, oh, everywhere is bright. She's not small. Like, let her know that everywhere is bright, that she's supposed to be awake. And then there's one more thing I tried. If I remember, I'll put it down on the screen. So that was what I did. I did that for the first day. I did that the second day. And the third day, it actually worked. My baby slept like a baby. I was so happy that night. I was like, at least finally she can sleep. So yeah, sleep deprivation is every mother experiences that. I've not seen any mother that said they didn't experience sleep deprivation. Colic is like, let me say, it's a stomach pain. I don't know what that thing is, but they said almost all babies have colic. I don't think I've seen any baby that does not have colic, but they said it's not everybody that has colic. I want to see a baby. In fact, I want to have a baby that doesn't have colic, because that thing is hell. Like, imagine when you're having sleep deprivation and your baby cannot even sleep in the night. Then the baby now has stomach pain to add to the whole thing. So it's not that the baby is not even sleeping, but the baby it's as if the baby is going through pain. They say it's not pain, but the way they act is like they are actually crying from pain. My baby wasn't crying, but she was restless. She was making this. I wish I made a video, because then I didn't even have the morale to even make it. What is video? It didn't even come to my head. So it was very, very hard. It occurs. They said it occurs most times in the evening till night. My own occurs even in the afternoon. Some people have recommended some drugs. Most of those drugs don't even work. And the cause for it is not really known, but they suspect it's gas. Sometimes it's gas. The baby, when she passes out gas, she relaxes. Sometimes they said their abdomen or their intestines are trying to arrange themselves. I'm just saying from what I've heard and what I've seen online, that their abdomens are not mature enough to take whatever it is, to digest whatever it is they are eating. So at some point I was now feeling guilty. Is it that what I'm eating, because she's taking breast milk quite alright, and breast milk is from what I'm eating. So I feel like it's what I'm eating that is affecting her. I was feeling guilty. I really did not know what to. I didn't know what to do. I was confused. I'm a first-time mom. My God, like it wasn't funny. So that's why I'm sharing my experience to you, so that you will make all this research before your baby comes. So when they come, you will not be overwhelmed with all these new things happening at the same time. Do you get? What someone recommended then was nospamin. I use nospamin. I saw so many people recommending Infacol so on TikTok, that it worked wonders for them. And I also saw another one, I can't remember. But yeah, this nospamin didn't really work, and I didn't want to try another drug for my baby, because I didn't want to be doing trial and error and have my baby being drug abused just because I'm trying to treat something that they said is normal. So I just went through it like that, and colic stopped at about when she was almost 3 months old. That's when it stopped. So yeah, the first 3 months after giving birth, normally it's not funny. So the next one, it's weight gain and breastfeeding hunger. Honestly, guys, when I was pregnant, I didn't really add weight. People were like, oh, pregnancy fits you, you look so fine, you didn't add weight, your nose did not increase, your face is still the same thing. Yes, I didn't add weight when I was pregnant. I believe but on the weight scale I added weight, but I felt like, oh, it's like part of my baby's weight that is making me to add weight. But physically I didn't look like someone that added weight, even if I added maybe a little. But after I gave birth, immediately after I gave birth, I didn't even have the appetite to eat. I didn't have the appetite to eat. I didn't start breastfeeding immediately after I giving birth, because my breast milk was not coming out then. So we were giving her normal baby milk. So, but when I started breastfeeding, my God, it was like if I breastfeed once, I am looking for food to eat. I'm looking for anything to put in my mouth. It dehydrated me. It was like I was pouring out all the nutrients in me out. Anytime I breastfeed, I am very hungry, like someone that has not eaten for 2 days. I was just eating anyhow. And if you are not careful, the weight you will gain during breastfeeding, it's going to be hard for you to get back to the way you were before. So it was not a funny, like, breastfeeding hunger is not something anyone should play about. Yes, if you're breastfeeding, you need to eat well, but watch what you're eating for your weight and for the baby. Watch what you're eating. If you don't want to add so much weight, you have to watch what you're eating. At the same time, you still have to eat well and drink enough water. The next one I experienced was, I won't say I experienced it, I just named it this. It's postpartum depression. I will say I had postpartum depression, because I actually didn't know there was anything like postpartum depression. But I just feel like when a woman is going through a lot of new things at the same time, she's confused, she doesn't really have enough help, she becomes, I won't say depressed, she becomes overwhelmed, and then ends up pouring so much anger on her spouse because of what she's going through. And sometimes their spouse, they don't really understand what women are going through. Just imagine me going through episiotomy pain and healing, going through colic phase with my baby, being sleep deprived, and at the same time I still have to do one or two things at home. It's not a funny experience. Like, men need to do better to be there for their wife. If you're not there for your wife, the kind of attitude she's going to put out towards you might think, oh, she's now a changed person because there's a baby around. No, it's because of what she's going through, and you need to be understanding and kind to know what to do at that point. It's not to retaliate back or shout at her back. She's going through a lot, and it's not funny. Bringing a baby to the world is not a small joke. It is not a joke. It's a lot of work. A lot. From the labor pains to everything you're going to experience after giving birth. It's a lot of work. So yeah, as a man and your wife just give birth, you need to be there for her. You need to be present, and not just present, sitting there looking. You need to be there, present, and let her know that you're actually present. You're actually making efforts to help her. Yeah, that's it. So on to the bonus point is communication. At this point, if you are a married couple, like after what I have experienced throughout this period of pregnancy, delivery, I looked back and I was like, if I should go back to like 2 years back or 1 year back, I won't advise anybody to give birth immediately after getting married. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, because of what I experienced. I feel like after you get married, you guys should have fun together, be just partners, live alone for some time before thinking of giving birth to a baby. Mine was not even planned. I gave birth, in fact, immediately after my traditional wedding. After 2 months after my traditional wedding, I got pregnant, and here we are with my baby. I just got married last year, and I have a baby now. And if you're not careful, bringing a baby into the world most times causes problems in marriage, especially marriages that are not yet mature enough. No matter how long you guys dated before you got married, most times there will still be problem because you're still learning that person. You don't really know the person fully till you start living with the person as a married couple. So when I had my baby, there was a lot of communication gap because of everybody around, what I was going through. I was so angry with my husband. I had this resentment towards him because I felt like you're not even doing anything to bring this child into the world. Look at all I had to go through, and you didn't have to go through any of it. The only work you did was just to give me the sperm, and I produced the baby, I carried the baby, I birthed the baby, I'm still taking care of the baby. The baby is still feeding through me, and I'm going through a lot of things. My mental health, physical health, emotional health, my hormones are just here and there. I was so angry that you don't even have, your life is not even affected. My work was affected, my career was affected. You're still going about your things the way you want to. So I felt so much anger, and our communication was bridged. Like I couldn't fully communicate anything to him the way I wanted to. It was always with so much anger, so much pain. And if you're not careful as a couple, it might break that marriage. So, but yeah, it's with time things are getting better. I feel like he's getting to understand me better. He's getting to see that, oh, this is not it's not something to joke about. Yeah. So communication is one thing that giving birth can affect, like communication with your spouse, even communication with your parents and your loved ones. Some people I just wanted to, like, at that period when I just gave birth, after experiencing all those things, after I've given out the announcement, oh yeah, I'm giving birth, congratulations, and all the thank you messages, I wanted to be isolated. Like, I didn't want anything close by me, because everything I was experiencing I was not aware I was going to experience all those things. So yeah, these are some of the things you should expect after delivery. If you've watched to the end of this video, I have the video of my birth story and how I gave birth, my natural birth. It was a very positive one, no problem whatsoever, no complications. Just, you can watch it, go to my channel, watch it, click on it, and yeah, watch my birth story. Thank you for staying to the end of this channel, to the end of this video. See you in my next video.